Hey, what's up everybody, Jiggylookback here. Today I'm talking about a cool ROM hack for Jet Force Gemini. If you're like me, you've thought Jet Force Gemini is a great game and plays well on the N64 controller, but you couldn't help but shake that inkling that a modernized control scheme with dual stick controls would have been incredible. And that's exactly what this ROM hack aims to accomplish today. Setting up those buttery dual stick controls can take a little bit of work, but it's worth it in the end, and I'll show you how to do it today. Alright, so this ROM hack is by TL Romhacks, who simply loves Jet Force Gemini and wanted to improve the experience, which is absolutely amazing. Love to see stuff like this. Previously, modern controls like this were only available on the Rare Replay version, and not even at the beginning. It's actually a later patch that Rare dropped. You can use modern controls in it, which is amazing, but it's not something that's readily available. Like the NSO release does not have dual stick controls, which is very unfortunate, because that would be amazing. So this guy's gone the extra mile to make this game function how everybody wants it to function, which is absolutely incredible. It's so cool to see fans come through and make just these incredible, awesome experiences on games that we just grew up loving, right? They just make them even better. So what you're going to need for this is a copy of RetroArch on your PC. You're going to need the beta patch for this ROM hack and a legally obtained ROM for Jet Force Gemini. So then, once you download the beta, which I will link the GitHub in the description below, once you obtain that, you can take it to a patcher, which is also included in the download. He just provides a link that you can find this patcher, and you can throw your ROM up there, you can throw your patch, and then you get a working file that is patched. You're ready to go. Almost. And this is RetroArch. So what you're going to want to do when you first boot up RetroArch is go to your main menu, make sure you load a core, which you can select from a drop-down menu. Just find the Nintendo 64 Mupen 64 Plus next. That is the specific core that this ROM hack was built to function with. So once you do that, you can simply load your content, find your download. In my case, it is actually on my desktop, so I'm just going to drag and drop it on real quick. One thing I wanted to point out is that once you boot up this game, you may in fact, like I did, get just a black screen. There's a trick to fixing this, and I had to work with TL Romhack to figure it out, and I eventually did. First off, make sure that your version of Jet Force Gemini is in fact version 1.0. 2, go into the command menu. There's a menu toggle, which is F1 for the shortcut. What you're going to want to do is go into Core Options. In Core Options, there's the RDP plugin. You're going to want to change that. By standard default, it's on Glide N64. Change it to Angry Lion, and it should boot the game up for you. That's the issue I ran into, and that was my fix for it. And it seems like online, other people had this issue. I didn't have this specific game referenced, but as a common issue within RetroArch, it's something they used to fix it. First thing you're going to notice is if you go into the options menu in Jet Force Gemini, you will now have new control options for dual stick. Here you can adjust different sensitivity options and invert controls if desired. Now this should go without saying, but you need to plug in a freaking controller. If I seriously had to tell you that, come on guys, really? An Xbox controller works great. And you'll see now that the game actually functions a little more like a run and gun, which is actually awesome and perfect for Jet Force Gemini. Before, previously on the N64, when you would aim, you'd have to actually stop and stand in place and aim, and you could strafe left and right with the C buttons, but it just isn't the same. This actually functions, you hit a button, you hit the right bumper specifically, bring up the aiming reticle, and then you can run and shoot. You can still jump, you can still duck, you can still roll, you can even shoot while crawling. A lot of great quality of life choices made here that just make the game feel a lot better and a lot more modernized. We take those clunky controls from the 90s and bring them up to 2026. Or at least 2006. This is great. Thank you TL Romhacks for this really cool ROM hack. It's going to be really cool, especially when we get a recomp or a decomp of Jet Force Gemini. It's going to be the definitive way to play it. But for now, that's all I have for you. I hope you guys will drop a like on this video, subscribe so you don't miss a future upload, so you don't miss awesome things like this that I randomly find on the internet. Until next time, go back and play Jet Force Gemini, and have a good one.